Do we have a time limit, really?
Adios,
Does it really
Yeah,
display
7
a time
minutes on
limit?
the top left. On mine it does.
Why is there a time limit for something like this when all we have to go do is to get to El Sueño? He's not going anywhere else, he's cornered. Alright, you go first.
Okay, go, jump!
In comparison to the others.
Oh,
SP
got push
builds
X.
super chonies. I've got a healthy enough ego to say I want something like this when I die. What are you, a SEAL?
Yeah.
Because I don't know any
Me.
quiet professionals who'd need something like this.
They keep repeating that same dialogue, it's getting irritating. You ever do a halo jump before?
Yeah.
High altitude, low open.
Yep.
Well, this is where you put those skills to test. We just gotta take out number 1 and number 2, which I'll probably just do that. Number 2 is right here. There's a guy on my left.
Frag out.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Made it.
Okay, now this
Finally! Jesus. You have no idea. We had to do this like 3-4
Yep.
times already.
Show us your fucking hands now.
I would. But unfortunately, my hands are full at the moment.
Where is he? I want to see the big bad Jefe.
Put it down.
As you wish. Adios, Senor Qatari.
How does she
You
get
have
past
5
all the
seconds to get on
guards?
your knees and interlace your fingers before I put a hollow point through your forehead.
You're going to want to answer your phone, Officer Bowman.
Hello? Sir?
That's
Yes.
not even a rifle.
Yes, I don't understand. Sir. Sir, that is not possible. I am telling you that it's not... Please, I am asking you that you... Sir. Yes, I understand.
What?
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
Bowman?
Fuck you! Fuck!
Bowman, what is it?
Fuck!
Bowman, what is it? Bowman,
Put down
He
your
got full
headset.
immunity. He made a deal and he got...
a deal with who?
Who do you think? The DOJ!
Hold on. Hold on. You're not
He
saying...
offered up the heads of 4 other cartels, plus 3 terror groups that traffic heroin.
His competition. How is this possible?
As I told you, if you have power, everything else follows. Now, if you don't mind, Senora Bowman, it seems that yesterday you were my adversary. Today you are nothing but my chauffeur. Take me to your supervisors.
I'm sorry.
Bowman, no!
Well, there goes her entire career.
The dream is dead.
Yep.
If you're watching this, That means I have executed El Sueño. I'm certain that people will think I went crazy. That I did it out of emotion, that I broke. Fuck them. They're wrong. I knew exactly what I was doing. This piece of shit, this monster, tortured my friend. Killed him. Decapitated my partner. Massacred thousands. And he gets to walk? Sorry, but not on my fucking watch. Given what El Sueño knew about Ricky Sandoval, he would have been unstoppable. Trivia question. What happens when you give immunity to a drug lord? Ding ding ding. You get a dictator. Taking out a drug lord is one thing, but stopping a dictator? You need a few more than 4 operators for that. My career, my freedom, my life is not worth more than the people of South America. Obviously, not everyone agrees, which is why I'm most likely now in a federal correctional institute, getting 3 hots in a cot for the next 45 to life for murder. By now, CIA has probably released an official statement saying the case officer in question is no longer employed by this agency and acted in direct opposition to her superiors. Her actions have caused great harm to the continued efforts of the intelligence community here and abroad. And guess what? They're right. I would have done the same thing as them. No hard feelings here. I just hope they don't leave Bolivia. Without Pakatari, the rebellion will tear itself apart with infighting. Unidad will make a deal with the next criminal organization that comes along, and the remains of Santa Blanca will split off and form new mini-cartels, all with shitty names like Nueva Frontera Cartel, Barrio Familia, and Los Hijos del Sueño. Everyone will continue killing each other for that coca. I wonder, if God knew all the destruction that this little leaf would bring, would she have still created it? Or maybe that's exactly why she did. I don't even know anymore. But it's no longer my question to answer. So I leave you with this. In the dying words of Augustus, founder and first emperor of the Roman Empire, have I played the part well? Then applaud as I exit. Bowman out.
Did you know that there was 2 different endings for this? Like there's 2 different results about how this ends. She either shoots him or she either goes with him and just becomes what he said, her chauffeur, and she goes along with it, and then basically he gets away with it scot-free because he's got diplomatic immunity, which means he can do just about anything he wants and nobody can stop him because he's under protection of the United States government or the United States Intelligence Agency. Alright, I've been saving this rant for the longest time now. We recently just finished Ghost Recon Wildlands, and I have pretty much took out the entire bosses. Everybody, like the entire cartel leadership is demolished. It's diminished now. There's nobody here to keep the what the cartels had going alive anymore. There's nothing. I took care of all the bosses. I did all those main missions. The only thing I don't care about is the rebel ops because I'm at to the certain point where I don't need to level up the rebels anymore because later on in the game they're just going to betray your ass anyway. And even though you finish the game, the rebels are not hostile anymore. Which means now you still got rebel support, but the game's over. So, what did you think about Ghost Recon Wildlands, buddy?
I don't really care for it.
What are the parts that you like about it? What are the parts that you hated about it?
Wow, the parts that I don't like, I can tell you this, that if you tell your guys to do one thing and they don't do it, or somehow they get spotted and then it starts a big fight going on, the stuff that I like about is very slim. It's mostly like co-op, that's about it. Other than that, I really didn't like it.
Alright, yeah. I feel the same way, except I got like a bit more of an in-depth thing. So here it is. My opinions on Ghost Recon Wildlands. After finishing the story, and I did finish the game on Tier 1 mode, I recorded the whole game of this session of me playing Tier 1. So I finished it in Tier 1. And I have limited HUD displays. Even though people say, oh, just turn the HUD off completely, that would make the game feel more tactical to you. If anything, all this does is help with the immersion, but the whole tactical part of it in this game is just not even there. It's not even there.
Yeah.
Yep. It's not even there. It's not even Ghost Recon. They're just using the fucking license. This is not Ghost Recon. This is not the Ghost Recon that I used to play back in the older days. And I played Ghost Recon 1, even though I never played that before, but I played it, and it was like the very first Ghost Recon. And honestly, what they had was actually a pretty good foundation to start off, because it was Ghost Recon was supposed to be a squad tactical game. But then later on, over the years, after so many other titles, they just kind of ditched all that. They didn't add any tactical elements for both the co-op and the single player. Like, how come in the tactical menu for the AIs in single player, all I have is regroup, move out, open fire, and hold position? That's it. I don't have an option to tell them to flank right, to flank left, like Ghost Recon 2 used to have. I don't have an option to lay down, to tell them to lay down suppressive fire. I don't even have the option to tell them that I want them to open fire and kill everybody that they see. And yes, that's what the fire command does, but that thing does... Why should I have to physically tell them to fire every time I've already been spotted, I'm already being engaged? Why can't I just tell them to fire and then just shoot all the tangos and then just follow me? I can't tell you how many times that I have got flanked and spanked because my teammates were just not shooting anybody. I have to tell them to shoot, like, all the time. There should have been two options for that. There should be hold fire and fire at will. That's it. Fire at will. They don't need to be aggressively advancing towards the enemy and shooting at them. No, they can just stay close by you and shoot. They can just stay, like, behind you, like the guys in like Arma 3, for example. Because Arma 3, all you gotta do is tell them to open fire and they'll shoot anybody in sight while keeping formation. That's all it is. Although Arma does have its faults, but it does do a lot of things right. And comparing this game with Arma 3 is not even fair, because Arma 3 is actually designed to be a squad-based tactical game. It's actually not even a game, it's a milsim. It's just been mainstreamed so that the public can actually play the game as like an actual game. While the original was actually called BBS3, which was the actual military simulator that Arma 3 was based off. But I egress. Ghost Recon and Rainbow Six was supposed to be a tactical squad-based game to where it's supposed to do things realistically and not just over-exaggerate and turn Ghost Recon Wildlands into a Mercenaries 2 game. That's what it is. Ghost Recon Wildlands, it feels like it should have just been Mercenaries 3, honestly. Ghost Recon is probably the most disappointing game that I've ever played last year. And even though this game has came out with some expansions and DLCs, guess what? It's still disappointing. Yeah, you could tell anybody that you like to turn off the HUD displays and set it all the way to maximum hardcore settings, like extreme. It doesn't make it any better. Because most of the goddamn cartels in this game runs and shoots you with laser point accuracy, and most of them have, like, what, AKs and other civilian rifles that's been converted over to the fully automatic ones. It gets frustrating. And plus, when you only have four AI teammates with you, or no, 3 AI teammates.
You know what I do? I usually make them a whole precision while I go inside and clean the house.
Exactly. And that's another thing. The AI partners are completely shit. They are not even helpful one in the slightest. You're better off playing this game in co-op than you would in single player because AI teammates are shit. There's not enough commands or any tactical control to do enough stuff with them. Yeah, I can mark targets and have them do synchronized shots, but that's pretty much all there is I can do with it as far as like the sniping stuff goes. I mean, I guess that's useful, but you know that one of Rebel Op where it's inside a building, you gotta blow the doors. Yeah, the breach and clear one. Why don't I have an option to tell the AIs to the breach and clear? Like, why is that not even an option? And the only breaching charges I have are C4s, which is kind of overdoing it.
Target number 10, there.
Here's a few other things. How come most of the buildings in Bolivia are either closed shut or have no fucking doors at all? Like, I've never seen so many buildings in this game that has no doors.
Yeah.
But like the residents, the residencies and the houses and the towns, most of them don't have any doors. And the few doors we find are cemented shut to where you can't even blow it open. But there are some doors that are breachable. I just don't see why we can't have more doors like that around the entire map and make them all breachable. Make it to where if you want to blow a door open with a shotgun, then just allow us to do it. They advertise this game as to play it however you want, but you can't really actually play it however, like, I want to play it. And there's a lot of game design decisions and inconsistencies in this game that I think is just really questionable. All in all, this game is just a disappointment for me. I just, like this is not Ghost Recon. They should have just named it something else other than Ghost Recon. It would have been fine. If it was just called Wildlands, and instead of you playing as a Army Special Forces and just play as a mercenary group going after the cartels, because the cartel screwed you over, then I would actually like that, and it would have been like Ubisoft's version of Mercenary 3 that we never got. And I think that's it. I mean, this game is a far cry of what Ghost Recon used to be. It's not even a Ghost Recon game. It's not even a Tom Clancy game here. Like, come on, let's be serious. It's a disappointment.